I actually think this is a surprisingly difficult question for question number 3. So, make of that what you will. They're supposed to be in order of difficulty, but it's not perfectly linear. But you still really wouldn't want to skip something like this. So you just follow instructions, right? Do what you're told. A piece of wire has a length of 32 inches. With a length of 32 inches is cut into 2 parts. So here's your 32, right? And then it's cut. Just doesn't matter where you cut it, just cut it here. One part has a length of x, and the other has a length of y. The value of x is 4 more than 3 times the value of y. So you just take it piece by piece here, right? 4 more than 3 times the value of y. So you can literally just read this in order and kind of build the equation. X is equals 4 more than, so that's 4 plus, not 4 times, 4 more than 3 times the value of y, right? So yeah, now we have an equation that we can kind of substitute in here, and that x plus this y has to equal 32. So there's a couple ways to do it. We could just do the algebra here. So we would do x plus y equals 32. Since x equals 4 plus 3y, we can substitute in. So we get 4 plus 3y plus y equals 32. So minus 4, combine like terms. We get 4y is equal to 28, divide by 4, y is equal to 7. But they, of course, want the value of x. That's not a coincidence. They are doing that on purpose to mess with you. So that's easy. We can just go back to either equation here, but I'm just going to go to this one. 4 plus 3 times 7 is 4 plus 21. That is 25. And at this point, I would just double check that everything right. Right, so I'm saying now, let's put this in green so we can see that this is the answer, right? This is 7, and this is 25. 25 plus 7 is 32. Check. X is 4 more than 3 times y. So 3 times 7 is 21 plus 4 is 25, right? So both of my equations, both of my instructions check out, right? Like, let me be very clear. I am not just going back to the equations that I wrote because I might have written them wrong, right? Go back to the story itself. So 25 is 4 more than 3 times 7. Yes, 3 times 7 is 21. 4 more than that, 25. Good, we're all set. So you can do that once you have numbers to plug into some of these variables, whether it's at the end or somewhere in the middle. You can go back to the story and just read it now with numbers instead of with letters and just make sure that it makes sense. Another thing we could do here is if all we needed to do was produce these 2 equations, we could have gone to Desmos and just plugged them in and let a point of intersection show us the values of x and y. So that definitely works. We've done that in other questions in the other modules, and I'm sure we'll do it again, so I'm not going to bother with it here, but that is a valid way to deal with this, is once you have the equations, let the calculator solve them. But, these are not hard equations. And I wanted to show you the algebra because, yeah, you need to know that level of algebra to do well on the PSAT and on the SAT.